BM in their bio, which is short for Save Yourself Black Man. Those dudes are tricks. These dudes have a firm understanding that they're so socially awkward and so socially inept that they need to pay to have access to coochie. Thing is, they're so broke that they can't afford the cost of women, sex workers here in the United States. So these dudes with warehouse jobs, these are the type of Negroes that work on the line up there in Detroit in the car plants. They take their little 35, 40K overseas because it stretches longer.
Talking about how they are sick of women in America and how they're going to get their passports and go overseas and find them a wife. Well, the truth of the matter is you don't want a wife. You want a slave. You want a maid. You want a personal assistant. These women are in dire financial need. And it sickens me that you get online and vocalize and brag about getting your passports and going to these countries with these to get a wife who needs a green card to escape extreme poverty. Whether you pay her family, whether you pay her, no matter what the circumstance is, she is in a dire situation. How dare you capitalize off of the fact that this woman just wants to live and thrive financially. And then you call it a marriage. That's not marriage. It's modern day slavery, and I think that it's sick. I think that it's disgusting, and all you're really doing is sifting yourself from the real divine masculines and alpha males. Because when they walk in the room, we know it. You know why? Because we feel safe. And we're not safe with you. And we know it, and that's why we're disrespectful to you. That's why we don't like you, and that's why we don't give a damn that you're going to another country to find a wife. And while you're there, get the help you need to heal your inner child, because we know that you're unhealed, that you are narcissistic, and that you're a toxic person. So while you're spending your money on your new bride, be sure to get the help that you need to. We ain't mad. We don't want you. We see you. You're not a divine masculine. We ain't mad.
And I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And the one that there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.
So what I was making pretty good money, man. I'm making maybe at the time $10,000 a month for like 3 years, but I blew it all, doing partying and traveling and, but I wasn't happy though. That's the thing. The only thing that made me happy, I figured out after all that time of going through all the trials and tribulations, the only thing that made me happy was the relationships I had.
Have a similar foundation. So my book, even though it's Create a Healthy Romantic Relationship, it does teach you the foundation to all healthy relationships. Then we focus on sexuality, because we know that 2,000 years ago, our sexuality was taken and controlled. And it is time for us to take that back, because that is where our power resides. And when we learn how to create a healthy sexual relationship with ourselves and with other people, it is amazing how easy it is for us to own our power and become potent.
Stream, it's online. I mean,
Yeah.
what is anxiety all about, really?
So there's a few reasons why people might struggle with anxiety, and a lot of them overlap. So there is definitely something likely for some people to have a genetic component to it. So if you've got an anxious mum, you may be anxious because there is something in the genetics that say that part of your brain is going to be super sensitive and freak out more easily under certain conditions.
You what?
If I'm going to do this, and if I'm going to make an impact in people's lives, I'm going to put myself on the chopping block. I'm going to use my life and the stories of other people and people that I've worked with and do it. So that was kind of like it in a nutshell, right?
Yeah. So what type of fighter was your husband?
He was mixed martial arts, MMA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the stallion that I like. Hair from Cali, I live in the valley. Then you look sexy.
Yo. Yes, sir. It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Damn. Like, share the video, and all that good stuff. Man, I gotta get the computer fixed. Oh. Man. What's going down in this crazy world that we live in? You see, Mike really went down there. Shit happens, man. Yeah, so what I want to talk about tonight, I've had a lot of experience, and I've been on both sides of this, by the way. But the thing about money, status, and looks, it's not an end-all, be-all type of thing. What works for one man might not work for the other man. That's what you have to understand. And but the biggest problem that a lot of guys have is they get caught up into what women say, and most of the time, do you realize that most women today, they don't know what the hell they be doing as far as dating? As far as guys, most women don't know anything about a guy. Do you realize that? No. You have to let that sink in. Most women that you see on your job, you see them at the grocery store, gas station, church, the mall, at the cookout. Most of these women, I don't care how much education they have. Actually, the more education she has, the dumber she is in most cases. Most women don't know anything when it comes to dating guys. They don't know what they're doing. And the reason why I know they don't know what they're doing, because I'm still out here. I meet people all the time. I meet women all the time. I meet guys all the time. And based on the same thing I see today is what I saw 5 years ago, what I saw 10 years ago, what I saw 20 years ago. It's just getting worse. It's a lot of confusion out here. A lot of guys are listening to what women are saying. Why would you listen to something that a woman is saying? She ain't no man. She can't relate to you. She can understand, okay, she can't relate to you. She can't tell you how to be a man. But why would you listen to a woman when it comes to dating advice or just life in general? Unless she's an old woman, 70, 80, 90 years old. See, that's a different type of woman right there. But if she 30 and you 30, what the hell is she gonna tell you about being a man? She don't even know. She might not even know what being a woman is all about at her age. You know? You got the blind leading the blind out here. A lot of guys, they don't know what they're doing either. And it's not really their fault. You know? Just didn't have nobody around to tell them anything different. And when you leave the house and walk out into the world, you're going to find out the hard way. You're going to find out, like most people did, everything you learn between the ages of 16 to 21, none of that shit works. None of that shit works. You know? Especially today. Because I grew up in a time where there was no internet. There was no internet. I grew up in a time there was no cell phone. All you had is satellite phones. Some big ass satellite phones. People still got them. The first phone I had, cell phone I had, I was in Japan. When I went to Japan, that was the first cell phone that I had. Like ever. It was a small ass phone, like this, it's a mini phone. You know? Small mini phone, man. And when I went to Japan, I told this story before. When I first went to Japan, even before I went to Japan, once I found out I was being stationed over there when I was in the Navy, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think, man. And then when I got there, it was like a culture shock because I'd never been overseas before, my first time, and I didn't speak the language. So I don't know what the hell's going on. You know, it took me about a year to start catching on, and it took me about 2 years to really get the hang of it, of being over there. And I'm going to tell you a secret. This is something I never told anybody before. Japan, I had some of my worst experiences in my life in Japan. I've had some of my worst experiences in my life in Japan. Now, some people would be surprised when I say that. They would think that some of my worst experiences would be here in North America. No, some of my worst experiences have been in Japan. And I think the reason why that is because I didn't have no expectation. I didn't really know what to think. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really know what the hell was going on over there. Right? That has a lot to do with it. I didn't understand the culture. I didn't speak the language. I didn't know nothing. Now, here in North America, I expect some bullshit to happen every once in a while. Now, we got to call a spade a spade. If racism exists, you have to know that at some point in time, regardless of who you are, where you live, and how much money you got, how you look, the car you drive, your status and all that, some bullshit is going to happen. This is what it is. You can't get away from it. That's what it is. But if I go to another country, I don't really know what to think. I don't know anybody there. At the time, I didn't know anybody in Japan. You know, I didn't know anybody that was stationed over there. So I'm prey. I'm fresh meat. Basically. You know, I'm prey. I'm fresh meat. I'm gonna get taken advantage of. And that's exactly what happened. Now, at the time, I didn't really understand this because I thought, being that I was in the Navy, that it would kind of help me, socially speaking. But nah, not really. Nah, not really. Nah, being that I was in the Navy, that didn't really help me at all, really. Being that I'm from America, that helps. But being that I'm in the Navy, that didn't really help, really. You know, there's plenty of people. There's a lot of military over there. So I guess a lot of people are kind of used to seeing people in the military. I think that had a lot to do with it. You know, and I said being in the Navy is the closest thing to being a celebrity. But I would say that's only in the westernized countries. You know, in Asia, nah, they don't really care about that shit like that. No. You know, it's different over there in the East. In the eastern side of the world is very different. You know, what I've noticed over there, organized crime, big. And that gets more, I guess you can say that's kind of a status, but that's a negative. That's negativity, though. That's nothing positive. It's not honoring being affiliated with a mob or any type of organized crime. You know. So see, we get confused because we see the celebrities, you know, and all these entertainers, and you know, we see them with, for the most part, groupies and hoes. You know, so there's no. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be hanging around them hoes and groupies like that. That's not the business. You know, I don't want to see when you got groupies and hoes hanging around you all the time, somebody's gonna rob you at some point in time. Somebody gonna get you. That just comes with the territory. Somebody's gonna get robbed. You know, directly or indirectly. Now, see, and this is based on my experience now. You know, I'm not making this shit up at all. Them hoes is gonna get you. But we see these celebrities, rappers, and entertainers, and we want to be like them growing up. We think that's that we kind of put them on a pedestal. Nah. They just be flashing for the most part. Now, some of these rappers, entertainers do have money. Some of them are rich, but most of them ain't really got it like that. And a lot of them don't have no game. A lot of them let them hoes take advantage of them. Have them embezzling money and all kind of shit. Yeah, and if you got a chance to hang out with some of these guys and gals, these celebrities, you wouldn't like them. You got a chance to hang out with them. And see, I've been meeting these rappers and R&B singers since I was 17 years old. I'm talking like backstage and at the hotels, because I always knew people that were related to a lot of these people. I'll give you an example. I met Mobb Deep when I was 17. They came to Florence, South Carolina back in the day, and they performed at this club. This is before they was on the come up then. They was on the way up. They performed at this nightclub. And but before they I think they flew in like a day before, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was like a day before the showtime. And I went to the hotel, we was chilling with them and everything. You know. And it's just regular dudes. Just, you know. But Havoc from Mobb Deep, he's cool as hell. Havoc's cool as hell. You know. Not Havoc. God damn it. Prodigy. I'm sorry. Prodigy from Mobb Deep. He was cool as hell. Yeah. Rest in peace to him. He's cool as hell. He's a cool dude, man. We hit it off instantly. You know, he was very welcoming and open. You know, he didn't act like he was Hollywood or none of that shit. Well, none of them act like that. But Prodigy was very laid back, cool. You know, rest of them guys weren't so friendly because they didn't know who he was. And I get it. That makes sense to me. You know, it was a bunch of them dudes at the time. It was about 10 of them guys, like rolling together at the time. And I knew my cousin had a classmate that knew Mobb Deep. That's how we was able to meet them at the hotel at the time. And I'm 17, you know, and check this out. I drove my mom's car to Florence without her permission. She didn't know I was in Florence. I snuck. Drove like an hour and what? About an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour. That's it. Hour and 15 minutes. You know? Yeah. I actually did that 2 days straight. I did it the day before the show, and I did it the day that they performed at night. The show was good and check this out. At the show, it was Mobb Deep, Nas, Biggie, and somebody else that performed that night. And this is before everybody was on the come up at the time. Yeah. This is when I think Biggie had the just released a single. If you don't know, now you know, that song. That just came out. But everybody didn't really listen to it like that. And this is when Mobb Deep just released Shook Ones and a single. Yeah, and this is when Nas had the first album. I think at the time he had I don't know what songs Nas had out at the time, but this is his first album. I don't think he even had I think he just had his whole album was out. His whole album was out at the time. That's when he had Life's a Bitch, Then You Die. That's why I get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. That shit, that album, that song on the first album. The world is yours. The world is yours. It's yours. Yeah, that album. That shit was dope, man. You know, I had a good time. So that's my first experience meeting rappers and entertainers at the age of 17. You know? And I was like, yo, these dudes are just like me, basically. They just found a way to make a living, get paid big money. You know? That's basically it. Wasn't nothing special about them. They just had talent. That's all. But if you hang around them, like I did, wasn't nothing special about them. Not at all, really. Then after that, I think I got a chance to meet what's that dude name? The rapper oh man. I forgot, man. Damn. The dude that came out with that song, North Carolina, born and raised up, take your shirt off, I'm waving in the air like a helicopter. I forgot, man. Oh, Petey Pablo. Yeah. I met Petey Pablo. Well, he actually used to be in Florence a lot. Because it was this DJ in Florence, white DJ, I forgot his name. He used to live in Florence back in the day. Well, he probably still live in Florence. I'm not sure. But I met him backstage. You know, it just at that time I was like 19. I was 19 at that time. And this is before I went in the Navy, by the way. I went in the Navy, I was 20. I'm meeting these rappers 17, 18, 19 years old at the time. And while I'm meeting these guys, I realized that perception is people's reality. You know, a lot of these guys, believe it or not, were just regular dudes. Kind of lame. Some of these dudes were lame. And that don't make them bad dudes. They just regular. Wasn't that special about them? Really. And I'm not going to even get to the women. Oh boy. It gets worse when it comes to these celebrities. Women are way worse. They're way worse than the dudes. Oh man. Even some of these actresses. I mean, I seen them in Atlanta. Yeah. If you live in Atlanta, you see some of these people walking around every once in a while. Especially if you're in the Buckhead area, hanging out. If you're in the Buckhead area in Atlanta, you see some of these celebrities from time to time. I used to see them. I see Young Dro quite a few times. I saw Tony Braxton one day. Who else? I used to see T.I. all the time. I used to see T.I. in the strip club, walking around. Like T.I. in Atlanta is kind of a regular dude. T.I. is a regular dude in Atlanta. He ain't no really, they don't really look at him like a celebrity in Atlanta. Now T.I. is cool though. T.I. is cool. He seemed like a stand-up guy. You know? I don't know him personally. He seemed like a stand-up guy. Shit. But I didn't get no funny style type vibes when I was around. I've been around, I don't know, how many times? 3 or 4 times, maybe. I'm talking like close, like standing beside him, talking like that. Yeah. You know. And what's that other girl name, man? I've seen a lot of celebrities in Atlanta. A lot of them are older, and then some are young too. I can't remember these ones. The SWV girls. Yeah, SWV girls. I seen them. They were cool. The what's that other girl? That Carmelo used to be married to. I forget. Shit. I saw her at the damn book, Barnes and Noble book signing at the time. She was probably the coolest out of everybody I ever met. Yeah, she was probably the coolest out of everybody I ever met. You know, but wasn't nothing special about her. Really. You know, nothing special about, you know. And oh yeah, 50 Cent. I met 50 Cent before he got with Dr. Dre. I'll catch you later. Your boy is busy. You know? Yeah, I saw 50 Cent before he got with Dr. Dre. You know? Yep. Yeah. 50 Cent was he was cool. He didn't really say much. Because he didn't know who he was. Yeah. Which that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. You know? And see, a lot of women flock to these guys. We know this. Even you got guy groupies today too. A lot of women flock to these guys But most of these women are just groupies. You know, and I realized that a lot of women will fuck down but date up. Meaning that they'll smash the street dude, the rapper, entertainer, but they probably won't date him. Even if they had a chance, they probably still wouldn't date him. And most women do that in their everyday life. Personally, I think everybody should date their own kind. I'll give you an example. If you're educated, you should date educated women. If you're a police, you should date police. If you're military, you should date military people. If you're a street dude, you should date hood rats or street chicks. You know, if you work within the government, if you're a government employee, federal employee, you should date people that's a federal or government employee. You know, and I think you know where I'm going with this. You know, I think people should date their own people or their own kinds of people. That's what I think. You know, because, you know, people will say women date up. They might date up, but they fuck down. Now, guys, we don't operate like that. We don't operate like that. Most guys date down. Most guys date down. They fuck down too. Fuck down and they date down. Most guys, only thing they require is they have to be attracted to the woman. Education is not a big deal for most guys. The woman having money is not a big deal. Her job is not a big deal. You know? So guys and women function very differently. You know? Now, women, like I said earlier, most women don't know what the hell they be doing. I'll give you an example. Let me give you an example. You know, I play around on the dating apps, right? And maybe this might have happened to you. You tell me. You know, I'd be on there, you know, bullshitting around or whatever, just testing it out basically, because I haven't been on Bumble and Tinder, and you know, this year is basically my first time being on any of these new apps, right? So, what the hell? So, I match with somebody on there, right? That's how they say match on there, right? So, you know, I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not sending you hella emails, you know, for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, like a lot of people do, a year. You know, that doesn't make any sense. I don't even know if you're a real person. You spend 6 months, a year going back and forth with, you might be getting catfish. You know what I'm saying? So I told this chick, give me a call, such and such day and time, blah, 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 blah. Right? So she called up, you know, regular conversation. whatever. First day, right? For like, I don't know, maybe I talked to her 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Cool. So a week go by, he calls again. Says, this time she calls, she's trying to get me on a Zoom call. No, 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 no. Tell you how lame this chick is. She's trying to get me on a Zoom call with some guy that's doing a presentation. She's trying to recruit me for her MLM. No, 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 no. I wanted to tell her, bitch, you know who I am? You trying to recruit me for your MLM? If this is the best you can do, you in trouble. Your ass gonna be starving if you're trying to make money. Now think about this for a second. I met her on Tinder. This ain't no business app. This ain't Facebook. Hell, this ain't Google. This is a dating app. And you're trying to flip the conversation from to join your network marketing program. Now tell me how that makes sense. Something ain't right up there. At first, does this shit work with people? Has that ever happened to you? You ever talked to a woman on the phone and she tried to recruit you in her MLM from off one of these dating sites? That shit don't work, and it ain't ever gonna work. Not on me, anyway. Something ain't right up there. That's just one example of what I mean when I say a lot of these women don't know what the hell they be doing. You'd be better off using Facebook to do that. I'm not even in a business mindset. If I'm on Tinder, I'm not even thinking about that shit. But somehow you're gonna swindle me into, I don't know. And then on top of that, this chick done talk to so many people, she can't even remember what she said. She's telling me about somebody that she talked to already. I'm like, what? What you talking? I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. I got off the phone. These women don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. They don't know what works and what don't work. They only know what they want, how they want things to go. It don't work that way. There's a certain way to do things, kind of like a formula. If you want any type of success, there's no way of getting around that shit. But if you're trying to hoodwink somebody, that shit it ain't gonna last. I mean, and plus, it ain't but so much I haven't seen. I mean, for you to hoodwink me, for you to try to I guess take advantage of me, or you got to be good. I didn't seen too much. That's the problem. I didn't seen too much. You know? But obviously this chick, she ain't the smartest chick in the world. So go figure. You know. That was the weirdest shit. That's the first time anybody ever done that before. I'm like, what the hell? Then she was trying to get me to talk to some other man on the phone. I'm like, what? You trying to schedule me on a call with another man? What kind of weird shit is this? That's some 1995 type shit. Oh boy. You got a bunch of game goofy women out here, bro. And a lot of guys, they listen to these women. Just because they got it. And Ola, let me tell you what she hit me with. She said she got a school in Haiti. She said she got a school. She said she got a school in Haiti, man. I said, no, you didn't say that. That she got a school in Haiti. No, you didn't say that. That's the one of the oldest tricks in the book that a lot of foreigners use when they come over here. They be like, oh, I'm a prince in my country. I'm a prince in my country. I got a big business in my country. I got a school in my country. I'm like, get your ass out of here. Nobody falling for that bullshit. You know? Get your ass out of here. We ain't falling for that shit no more. You know? But I guess it works for some guys, on some guys. You know, I don't know. It don't work on me. I'm like, what? I heard this shit back in the 80s, early 90s. You know? He said, and that's mind control. No, that's not mind control. That's not mind control at all, Charles. Mr. Charles, that's not mind control. No. She's not even good. Nah. She's an amateur. She's an amateur. That's not mind control at all. She's an amateur. She's not, it's just, my grandmother used to tell me, stick to what you're good at. She's not even good. You know? She's trying to do what? She's trying to put the what? You know, she's trying to, basically trying to take a shortcut. Without working on herself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't work on yourself, you're always gonna have to start all over again. It's always gonna crash and burn. You know? At least that's been my experience. You know, through all the bullshit that I've been through. The only thing that got better is me. The environment didn't get better. Not really. It changed, but that don't mean it get better. You know? I ain't never been no celebrity. I ain't never been rich. And I still I still succeed. I still do whatever I want. So, and I know a lot of guys that's just like me. They ain't not rich. They're not the best looking guys in the world. They're not no high status man, high value man. What the hell is this bullshit? Ain't no high value man. What the hell is that anyway? I don't know. I don't know what that is. People didn't talk like that when I was growing up. Man was like, hey man, this is how you be a man. Watch me. That's it. And they still had women. A bunch. Even still to this day. Now I hear a lot of guys will say, oh, that's what women want. Well, how'd you figure that out? Well, that's what she said. You believe that shit? You know, guys today look more pretty than the damn women. Guys today, they go what? They get their nails done, fucking feet done, all kind of shit. You know, guys today, they be in front of the mirror longer than the women today. They're getting all pretty and shit. They look better than the woman. See, that's the backwards way. Your woman is supposed to look better than you, not the other way around. God damn. That's weird shit. Weird, degenerate shit going on now. Everything is backwards today. Weird, man. They don't like pretty boys when they go to jail. The pretty boys don't last in jail. They get that ass tapped, if you know what I mean. They get that ass tapped, boy, in jail. Did you see the viral video of the women saying that being a good guy is not enough? Nah, I ain't seen that. I've been hearing shit like that. When a woman talks like that, she's very childlike and immature. If a woman says shit like, being a good guy ain't enough and being like, what else they be saying is silly? I mean, that's some silly shit. Silly, immature type shit. When a woman says, oh, he's too nice, you know. Now, there's some guys are too nice, but she's talking about something else, different context. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about she want a fucking roughneck. That's what she want. She wants somebody that's gonna tear her cooch up. That's what she's really talking about. When a woman says a guy is too nice. You know, it don't got nothing to do with how the guy treats her. It has very little to do with that. She wants someone to beat her down in the sack. That's what most women are talking about when they say the guy is too nice. Or they want the guy to be firm and aggressive all the time. That's what most of the time what they're talking about. That's what they mean anyway. And that's kind of some dysfunctional shit. You know? And some guys don't have that personality. You know, that's not who you might be. If you don't have that personality, but you take on a personality that really ain't you, you're gonna burn out. You ain't gonna be able to sustain that over a long period of time. It's like there's some guys that will start dressing like a woman want them to dress. He'll start dressing with like them street dudes, like them hood dudes. He'll start wearing Timberland boots. He'll grow his hair out, twist it up into dreadlocks. He'll start wearing jeans and blue jeans outfit with Timberland boots, 6-7 days a week, with a baseball hat. And you swear he from New York City or some shit like that. No, he's from the backwoods of Oklahoma, some shit like that. He got his Timberland boots on and shit. And he talked like he from New York or some shit like that. New York or Philly. A lot of guys perpetrate like that because they think that's what the woman likes. And some girls be like, oh, he's a thug. I'm like, what? No, he ain't. I know his mama. He's soft as marshmallows. He wouldn't hurt nothing. But a lot of guys perpetrate like that because they think, oh, I gotta act like this. I gotta dress like this and act like this to get the girl, man. That's bullshit. And as soon as that woman get to know you much better, she ain't gonna want to fuck with you no more. Because she gonna find out that you're a fraud. A lot of guys do that. They do that for the sex, basically. You know, that's basically the main reason. You know, guys will do anything for sex today. Anything. Sad but true, you know? A lot of that shit don't work. Long term, it don't work. And there's a certain type of woman you're gonna get that's gonna fall for all them damn tricks a lot of guys be doing on women. Same as women. There's a certain women that play these little mind games and tricks. There's a certain guy they're gonna attract too. But it ain't gonna last long term. It's gonna fall, collapse. You know? That's how it is. You know? You gotta figure out what works for you. Over the long term. You know? That's how it is. If you do what women are doing, you're going to always be spinning your wheels. That's why you shouldn't listen to what women do, what they feel. And what they feel, most of the time, doesn't work. Heck, it don't even work for them. If it don't work for you, it probably don't work for her either. But people don't know. You don't know until people have to be taught how to go about doing things. At least the correct way anyway. You know? But that's why I say that's why you see a guy with a girl and you be like, oh man, how did he get her? Because a lot of guys will say, hey man, he don't deserve to be with a woman like her. Just based on looks too. That's how shallow we've become here in North America. You know, that's how shallow we've become. You know, we'll see, check this out. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. hopefully I'll be able to find it. Give me a minute. I give you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm going to Instagram and there's a picture of floating around a couple of days ago with Dennis. Man, I don't think I'll be able to find it now. Oh, wait, man. I think I'll be able to find it. There's a picture going around on Instagram with this big old dude. And he looked like he was with a girl from, I want to say Brazil. Somewhere. I want to say Brazil. But hopefully I'll be able to find it. Now this guy, let me see. Let me see. Well, I probably gotta go to YouTube real quick. Go to YouTube. I'll find it. Let's see. Let me see. I go to. Damn. I think see. Man, I don't think I'm be able to find it, man. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Yeah, but there was a picture going around. Shit, I don't know where it's at. Yeah, I don't know where it's at, man. But there was a picture going around a couple of days ago I saw. I'm talking this dude was about 400 pounds. About 400 pounds. He was with this Brazilian chick. And a lot of people were kind of like was saying he needed to lose weight and all kind of shit or whatever, you know. And I think based on the picture I saw, seems like he was I don't think they was in America. They were kissing on the beach. It's a picture of a guy, a fat dude, and a Brazilian chick kissing on the beach. A lot of people was leaving some foul comments. You know. See, especially in other countries, looks isn't women aren't so shallow in other countries compared to women in North America. You know. You see, do you think it's ever get back to how it was it be in the early 2000s? Oh no, we're not going back. No, we're not going back. No, it's doggy dog out here. It's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. No. The only way things will get better is if the women feel like they have to do something different. Yeah. We're not going back the way things used to be when your parents, my parents were growing up, or when your grandparents were growing up. Them days is over. Nah, them days is over, brother. You can forget about that. This doggy dog out here now, bro. Only strong survive out here now. You know, now it's so bad out here now, man. What used to be not cool is normal now. Bro, you got fat girls calling the shots out here, bro. Fat girls is telling guys what they want in a man or what the guy is supposed to be doing. You know, obesity is normal today. Think about that. Being a hoe or being loose is normal today. We're not going backwards. We're not going back the way things used to be. There's no more shame no more. For the most part. You can't shame the majority of these women today. You can't shame them. You can call her ugly. Oh, okay, whatever. They don't even feel bad today. You can't shame these women today. Nah. Some days is over. The only thing, only strong will survive. I would say you got to be 2 to 5 steps ahead of damn near everything today. You got to have charm, charisma. You got to have a mouthpiece. All that shit. Then you got to know people too. Yeah, it's this shit. Only strong survive out here today. If you don't know, you're gonna be preyed on. Yeah, a lot of these guys are telling people. A lot of these guys online are trying to set people up for failure. They're telling guys that, hey, you don't have to have no street game. You don't gotta worry about no social skills. Just be yourself. Man, you crazy as hell. Some of my worst experiences have been overseas. My worst experiences have been overseas, man. You crazy? Man, and they're talking about black women, this black woman, that. Man, are you crazy? Man, black women here in North America roll out the red carpet for me, bro. Shit. I don't have no problem with black women. No, I don't have no problem with black women, bro. I have a problem with these other women. If I have any type of problem, it's usually with another nationality of woman. That's where my problems have come from, if any. Bro, black women roll out the red carpet for me, bro. All across America. I don't got no problem with no black woman. Let me tell you where else I have a problem. The black women that's from another country, I have run-ins with them. Yeah, I have run-ins with some of these women from the Caribbean islands. I've had run-ins with them when I was living in Atlanta. But any black woman that's born and raised in America, no, I don't have no problem. We hit it off like instantly, man. But if she's from someplace like Trinidad, where else? Dominican Republic and them islands down there, Jamaica. Oh, I have run-ins with them plenty of times. Because, I'm not kissing your ass. I ain't kissing your ass. I don't get along with a lot of those, the foreign black women. I don't get along with a lot of them. See, I ain't kissing your ass now. I don't know who you met before you got here. Yeah. So, see, a lot of black women that you see online, these motherfuckers are foreigners. They got immigrant parents. And a lot of them that you work with, you be thinking they from here, they from someplace else, man. They got immigrant parents, man. So they think they're better than you because they came over here from someplace else. Yeah, man, I don't got no problem. I got no problem with black women, bro. Man, they love me, man. Shit, you crazy. They love me, bro. I can go anywhere. North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, California, Texas. No problem, bro. Pick up, man, I make the phone call. I'm like, hey, I'm in town for the weekend. I'm trying to get up with you. Okay, cool. Just let me know where you're going to be at. I'm at the hotel. I'm at the Westin, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Call me when it's the best time for me to come up there. Boom. And what black women, they love me, man. Shit. Like for real. A lot of these women that you think are from here that's black, they foreigners. That's where a lot of your problems come from. They got immigrant parents. They think they're better than us when they come over here. They're professional ass kissers. Some of y'all guys are confused. Once you dig deep, you see some woman online, some black woman online talking crazy. They foreigners, man. I said there's a YouTuber, Tokyo TKO. She's a troll. She's a foreigner, man. All these women that be trolling online, you think they're black. You look at them like they're black. They foreigners, man. Almost all of them. Over 90% are foreigners. If you do dig in their background, come on, man. Everybody know where I'm from. Hell, everybody know where I'm from. They got everybody know that by now. They got a file on me. They been had a file on me. They know I'm from South Carolina. They know I'm geeky as hell. You ain't no foreigner. Come on, man. 400-pound queens, baby mamas. Ratchetness is when, as a regular guy, it's like I'm invisible. I'll be invisible to them big mamas too. So I gotta be an entrepreneur, drug dealing, scamming, lawyer with level 10 game and make 7 figures. Well, you should want to make as much money as you can for you. You know, you shouldn't do that for no woman. The hell with that. You know. What up, Mike? If if you knew where the fuck I was, you would be laughing so hard. But I don't know, Mike. Shit, I don't know. I don't know. Well, tell me where you at. I don't know. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in here, man. If you want, if anyone wants to come on, join the conversation, man. Let's talk about it. I think. See, the problem with living in North America is this is a capitalistic country, and a lot of people in these big cities are struggling. A lot of people are struggling in these big cities, you know, and a lot of these people are foreigners in these big cities. We think they from here. these motherfuckers came from someplace else, bro. They have a completely different mentality than me. You know, it's cool, man. Yeah, it's cool. You know. So, you know, I mean, I can't relate to a lot of these people. I separate myself on purpose from them. They do it, so why I can't do it? You know, that. You know, I don't kiss people's ass. I never felt like I had to. You know, anybody that feel like they got to kiss somebody's ass, hey, God bless you. You know, I never had to do that. No, I wasn't taught to be like that. You know, but you know, living in America, a lot of guys, you know, they drunk the Kool-Aid. They listen to what women are talking about, and they listen to their friends, and they listen to what's going on in mainstream media and what's going on the internet, and I'm gonna tell you right now, and most of that shit is lies. Most of that shit you learn growing up is lies. All that shit is basically they just tell you what to do so you won't get into trouble. So you're on the defense, not the offense. You know what I'm saying? They just want you to fit in. But the problem with that is that ain't gonna work for everybody. Especially if you're a black man in America. Shit. Boy, that's another uphill battle. If you're a black man in America, I'm talking born and raised in America. I ain't talking about you came from someplace else. Born and raised in America, it's a completely different reality. Completely different ballgame. If you want to make it here in North America and live the best life you can, live the good life, so to speak, you're going to have to go completely the opposite direction. You're going to have to stop talking to some of them damn people you talk to. You know? You might have to, if you're married, if you got married early, you might gonna have to divorce that bitch and get you another wife later. That's just a reality. I'm not saying it's right, but that's just how it is. Yeah. You know, you might have to get a fucking divorce. Cause she gonna become dead weight because she's thinking fair base. See, most women think safety first. Safety over everything, right? I think freedom over everything. I think about freedom. I don't think how much money I'm going to make. I think if I don't do whatever I need to do, what's going to happen to me? I can't afford not to do it. I'm fighting for my freedom. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it like, oh, it's too much money. There's no such thing as too much money. Not in my world. Whatever it costs, I'm worth it. Whatever the cost is, I'm worth it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no price tag that ain't worth it when it comes to me. You know, because I'm fighting for my freedom. That's what it's all about. It ain't about being rich. It's about freedom. That's what it's all about. It ain't about buying cars and all this bullshit. Jewelry, clothes, and fuck all that. And the fucking mansion. Fuck all that shit. I just want to be free to do what I want to do. And not have to go to that damn job. If I don't want to go, I won't go. You know what I'm saying? Being able to take care of myself without being used and abused and taken advantage of and all that crap. And some guys, most of the time, a lot of guys start buying all this shit because they think, oh, the women are like me. You wasting your damn time. I had a cousin that did that shit. He moved to Atlanta straight out of high school. He moved to Atlanta. Got a job, decent paying job. Got a car. Got 2 cars. One is supposed to be for the wife. One's supposed to be for him. So at the time, this girl lived in Florence, right? Which is about 4 hours from Atlanta, right? You just get on 20, straight shot. So the girl was like, his girl was like, if you want me to move to Atlanta, you got to get another car. He got the other car. He said, all right, you can come now. He said, well, she came up there to visit one weekend. If you want me to come, you got to buy a house. He got the house too. He got the house too. And she said, well, just kept coming up with excuses after fucking excuses. And the bitch never moved. And a lot of guys make this mistake. A lot of guys do that. They'll start doing stuff to please the woman. Bitch never moved. And they never got together. Only thing they got together is a daughter. That's it. She never moved. She didn't have no plans of moving in the first place. She was fucking around with some other dude. And she, like I said earlier, women will fuck down, but date up. Yeah. I think, like I said earlier, me personally, I think people should date their kind. Date their kind of people. Cops should date cops. Veterans should date veterans. Street dudes should date hood rats. Educated people should date educated people. And on and on. And I think you see where I'm going with this. I think it's better, we're better off being that way. Boule should date boule. I ain't go on. Athletes should date athletes. Rappers should date other rappers. I think everybody should date their own kind. I think if everyone dated their own kind, I think things will be much better in this country, to be honest. Because if I'm dating a cop, that's a fucking recipe for a disaster. What the hell I'm doing dating a cop? 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be crazy as cat shit. She probably already been through something. That's way worse than me, what I've experienced. You know? And she's probably gonna be very manly, too masculine. But she out there in them streets 9 times out of 10, unless she got one of them jobs where she at the courthouse, some shit like that. You know, or a government building, something like that. Or at the police station, pushing paper. But if she's out in them streets, man, that woman gonna be masculine. I'm gonna be competing with another man. I ain't got time for that. Come on, man. Beating the dead horse, man. You know? That don't work, man. That don't work. You gotta figure out what works for you and keep doing it. Until when? Until it stops working. Shit. You know? If it's still working, hey, keep doing it. You know? Why stop? Why stop, man? You know? You know how the hell? Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is yeah. That's my no. Let's see. Yeah, that's my Instagram. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. You know, or just click the link below. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just click the link below, man. And don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast as well. You know, hey, I'm interviewing boy, that's gonna be a good one, boy. I'm interviewing a adult entertainer this week. Oh yeah, boy, I've been waiting on this one. I've been waiting on. She's an adult entertainer. Well, she used to be anyway. She used to be. Now she's a sexologist. I said, boy, I've been waiting on this one. I don't know if I'll be able to. I might have to save that for Patreon. I don't think I'll be able to release all of it. I might put a clip on here. Probably, I don't know, 7-8 minutes, something like that. If you want to see the whole thing, you probably have to go to the Patreon because, you know, being filtered. I've been shadow banned over here. Can't say what I want to say, you know. So, you know, that's why I like the Patreon, man. You know. Yeah, it's gonna be a good interview. You know, I think she's fairly young. She looked like she looked like she's still in the 20s. She's not old. She's like late 20s. Oh, damn, how long you did porn? God damn. She used to, check this out. She used to be an escort, did porn. Now she's a sexologist, life coach. What a transition. What a transition, man. Man, it don't get no better than that. Yeah. You know? What a transition. You know, see, press off the boat. I see. You see me? No, I don't see you, Mike. Where you at? I am available to do a one-on-one interview. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. You know. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna interview her Friday. I'm probably gonna release it sometime next week. You know, it's gonna be bananas show. Yeah. Yeah, I be finding it, a lot of these people on Twitter, man. Twitter, not so much Instagram. Nobody responds on Instagram, boy. Nobody responds on Instagram. They don't respond to me. Twitter, they'll respond on Twitter. They'll respond on Twitter, boy. Something about Twitter, boy. I get I'm talking like out of 10 messages on Twitter, 7 people respond back. Woo, that's 70% response, man. 7 out of 10 respond back on Twitter. On Instagram, boy, I might get lucky if one person responds out of 10. Yeah, nobody responds, boy. I just want to do an interview. I don't know, maybe some people get intimidated, or they think I'm gonna put them on blast or make a fool out of them. Nah, I ain't gonna make a fool out of nobody. Why would I do that? That's stupid. They act like they do that shit on them big networks. Bring people on to make a fool out of them. I'm not gonna do that. But only strong survive out here, man. I'm gonna end with this. It's something my dad told me when I was growing up. He said, whatever you want in life, you gotta fight for it. And when you get it, you gotta fight to keep it. That's what my dad told me, man. And I never forgot that. And makes sense if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Till next time, I'm out.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from Cali, I live in the valley.